Hey guys, Nicole and I'm back, and I wanted to do a recap of our week 3 of the Home Organization 101 Challenge, and also an introduction to week 4, which will be organizing the entryway. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So last week was the dining room, and my dining room didn't really need any work. I have an eat-in kitchen pretty much. So here's the kitchen with all my stuff on the counter here, real life. And pretty much this is the dining room right here, dining area. So it usually stays like this by default. And what I did was I did a couple of updates. I updated the decor on my shelves here. So I wanted to give it a more of a spring feel. So what I did is I added this little clock here. I added this little owl. Actually, it's a set of nesting owls and their measuring cups, which a friend gave me as a gift. And because I like owls. And so I keep it here because it's just so cute. And then I added this little picture frame with the V for our family's last name. And I added this, like a few pieces of, like china because it's dining room, and I like the little vintagey look to it. So this is pretty much the thing that I upgraded in our dining room, and I'll show you the area that was really my problem area, which I tackled for. Right next to my dining room we have this sitting area, and pretty much this is my dining buffet. It's pretty much where I'm supposed to store stuff for dining, like placemats and tablecloths and things like that. And before, it was a tragic hot mess. And I will insert the before picture now. So I removed everything that had nothing to do with dining. Here I just have a set of chargers on one side. And in the second drawer here, I put the tablecloth that I have right now. I also have seasonal tablecloths, but I store them in our seasonal decor. So this is kind of like an everyday tablecloth that I use when guests come over to cover the scratches that are on my dining table, and also some placemats. So I put my spring related placemats in here. So that has been purged and updated. And pretty much here's my after of my last drawer, and I just kind of have these little nesting pineapples that I can use to serve things, I guess, to add to the table when people come over. And so that is pretty much it for what I did for week 3 for my dining area and anything related to dining. Okay, so let's talk entryway. I live in a 3-level townhouse, and I don't have an entryway. to be quite honest, there's really nowhere for me to create an entry area, but I'm going to try to work with this very narrow wall right here where I have this mail organizer. I recently purchased this mail organizer from Target, and I really like it, and we just recently hung it on the wall, trying to define this space as a place to just keep our mail and other stuff like keys, or my husband, he likes to keep empty his pockets into this bottom section. So I keep our mail in the top 2 sections, and then I have a place for him to empty his mail. I love the rustic look of this, that it looks a little weathered and a little beaten, and that it's, you know, I just really like the way that it looks. And so we hung that there. Today I picked up a clock. I picked up a clock from Ross. I really like the look of this, and I think it kind of just will go really good with the organizer. And I actually want to hang this clock up top, up here. We have really tall ceilings, and I think it would really draw the eye up to like the crown molding, and just, you know, draw the attention to areas that we really don't pay attention to. And also it'll just be very functional to have a clock, so when you're leaving the house, at least you can reference what time it is. And let me show you our super duper tiny entryway. We struggle very much trying to get 3 kids in and out of the house with this amount of space. Seriously, you step down and then you can barely open both doors at the same time, or even fit in this space with 2 people while this door is open. So this is the closet that we keep our coats and our shoes and everything in, which desperately needs a clean out, and I'll show you that in a minute. But pretty much the idea that we have right now is to actually remove this door and at some point actually expand the opening here so that it becomes kind of like a mud closet, so that there'll be like a bench in the bottom of it where we can have the kids can sit down and take their shoes on and off and have a place for storing shoes and stuff like that that's open, and that allows us easy access because there's no door blocking us when we're trying to get in and out of it. So that's the long-term goal. But for this week, because that's not happening right now, what we're going to do is remove the door for now, and I'm going to tidy the area up and try to make a little seating area inside so the boys can put their have a place to sit down for me to take shoes off for my 3-year-old, and so the other two have a place to sit down and put their shoes on. So let me show you the inside. It's a hideous mess, and I just want to keep it real with you guys to show you the before of what I need to do for my entryway. So here's the inside of the closet. I'll just start at the top. I got these bins last year at the Dollar Tree, and I labeled them with Michael's labels, chalkboard labels, to house our gloves, our hats, and our scarves. And as you can see, the scarves bin is overflowing. So clearly these bins may not be big enough for what we have. So I'm either hoping to purge and just par down the amount of scarves and hats that we have so that we can keep these bins, or look for something bigger. But this system actually does function pretty well. In terms of coats, we have a lot of coats for a family of 5. We have way too many coats. I think almost every hanger is taken by our coats, but we don't use every single one of these coats. So what I need to do this week is to definitely remove the coats that we don't wear often, and remove the coats that are not currently really in season. So the more lightweight coats need to go. And I need to just say, hey, which one of these church coats for each kid, and what a church coat, a dressy coat, and a casual coat for every person in the family. Because right now I think everyone has like 4 coats in here, and that's unnecessary. So I need to purge that. One thing that I do love about this closet, or one thing that I've done that really makes it visually easy on the eyes, is to have the same kind of hanger. So a 24 pack of wooden hangers can be found for like $12.99 to $19.99 at Target or Home Depot or anywhere, and it just really just makes everything look a lot more streamlined and neat when all the hangers match. Now here comes the bad part. So down here is, I have an explosion of shoes. Okay, I mean, there's really no other way to describe this other than calling it an explosion. I think every pair of shoes my kids own is in this closet, and that's not the point of this. What was supposed to happen was that I have 4 bins down here that are huge, that really can fit 1 million shoes, and I think right now they do fit 1 million shoes. But what was supposed to happen was the kids were supposed to have a shoe bin, I was supposed to have a shoe bin, my husband was supposed to have a shoe bin, and then we have an extra shoe bin for when guests came over that they can place their shoes in there. But that is not what happened. Madness happened, and every single shoe is down here. I got rollerblades in here from one of my sons. I have rain boots. I have basketball shorts. I think a coat might be floating around in there somewhere. Every pair of boots I own is down here. Church shoes, basketball shoes for each kid. It's just a mess. So pretty much I need to take all the shoes out and put away the shoes that they're not currently using, or donate shoes that they've outgrown, because I'm sure there are shoes in here from like last year that are at the bottom of these bins somewhere, and I just need to get that back under control. Okay, and hanging up here, I don't know if you can see, but this is where we keep our umbrellas. This little basket that I hung up in here on a hook, and this works really well for storing our umbrellas, so I'm definitely going to continue to use that. I will link in the description box below the video that I did last year when I first totally revamped this closet and created this system, just to show you that the system actually works. But it's just that sometimes over time you need to go back and reassess what you're doing and just purge and put things back in check and back in order. So I'm going to keep the same system. I'm going to take the door off. As you can see, the door here does not allow us a lot of space. It literally hits the stairs, and there's enough space for like maybe me and a small child in this space. So imagine getting my kid's coat on and backpacks for when we're going out or to co-op, and shoes. It's just madness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the door. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to remove the door, and I'm probably going to have them store their backpacks down below. So my plan is, prayerfully, I'll be able to find a piece of something like maybe an IKEA unit or something down here. I'm gonna probably just get rid of the whole 4-basket approach here and get like a calyx shelf from IKEA and put it down here so that it will function as a place where they can stuff their backpacks into the cubbies and put their shoes at the same time. So that is the goal. Remove the door, even though the hooks were working pretty well, but the crampedness is not working for us, and to install or get some sort of shelving unit that I can put in here where we can keep the shoes and their bags in there as well. So guys, this is what it is. So here's my before of week 4, the launch pad or the entryway for the Home Organization 101 Challenge. Definitely share your ideas for getting your entryway under control, your entry closets, and I hope to see what you have planned. And definitely, again, use the hashtag 2016 amazing moms organized to show your progress and to just kind of dialogue back and forth on Instagram. So guys, I hope you have a great week organizing your entryways. All right guys, bye bye.